From the roots where the earth still speaks, to the fire where they always breathe. Hands of wisdom, time can't erase. Every drop got a story to say. Slow it down, feel the rhythm inside. This ain't rush, this is sacred design. From the soil to the soul to the light, what you hold is a gift of life. You are, feel it in your soul. Give it, let the story unfold. Ancestral power in every drop. This that legacy, this don't stop. You are rooted deep in you. Give it, yes, pure and true. Not something you drink, you receive. This that energy you believe. Hey, hey. You are, you are. Give it. And this is where your elders hit and drums sing perfectly.
As a woman of a certain age, there comes a time when our bodies begin to speak, to shift, to change, but not about something that's ending, but about becoming more aware, more attuned, more seasoned, and more aligned with our truth. Women are opening these pages and remembering themselves. This is more than a book. This is a return, a remembrance, a chrysalis opening. Living like a menopause goddess. And this is only the beginning.
Dr. Valentine, how are you, sir? How are you, Doc? I can't hear you. You're muted. I don't know why you're muted. Let me make sure your microphone is off, sir. How you? Check your mic. Oh, let me see if your mic. Can I fix your mic? No, I can't fix. You got to fix your mic. Uh-oh. Your mic is off. Oh, we came straight on, family. We got Dr. Valentine in the background, waiting for his microphone to get back on. Family, I want to thank everybody. Let me make sure you got let me know when you're ready, because I don't your microphone. All right, I'm gonna put you in the back until you're ready. Your microphone is off. His microphone is off, family. We're going to get Dr. Valentine on in a few seconds. Remember, we got the great Dr. Valentine coming up. Baba Phil Valentine will be speaking on the metaphysics of music and mental health. All right. And I want to remind everybody that tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're going to have Dan McEady, Grandmaster Dan McEady will be with us tomorrow. And that's going to be the last day of June. And to set it off, will be and to set off the month of July, I got the great one of our brothers, man. I got brother Dr. Ali coming in the building. Dr. Ali will be in the building on July the 1st. On July the 8th, we have Nina Dunham. On July the 15th, we have Supernova Slam. On July the 19th, we have Queen of Fua. On July 22nd, we have Noble and Pooh. Oh, man, I got a monumental event. And let me see if Dr. Valentine's microphone is working right now. He might have to come out and come back in. Let me see. Dr. Valentine, can you hear me? Talk up. Let me hear you. No, can't hear you. You might have to come off and come back on. Let's try that. Let me take you off, and then you can come back on up in the same link again. Let's try it again. Let me knock you off real quick. All right, so we're going to wait till Dr. Valentine get himself situated as far as the microphone is concerned, all right? Do remember my big workshop is coming up, Applicable Esoteric Alignment. Please go to my Linktree / those that have had problems with the Linktree, I fixed the problem. So when you go to the Linktree, you'll go right to my the top of the link right there, and it takes you right there to the Applicable Esoteric Alignment with myself, Lorenzo Sanford, Nina Dunham, and we're going to be in Mint Porch Cafe. All right, that's going to be Mint Porch Cafe from 4 to 8:30 p.m. All right, so Dr. Valentine is in the background. Let me check if he's ready for us. I think he is. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
There you go. There you go. All right. Let me give you a well-deserved round of applause again, my brother. All right. Let me welcome my brother. You got to welcome my Baba right. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you?
Man, how you feeling, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good. It could be better, but I'm good.
You're looking good. Your hair is growing back out. You're doing what you got to do. You gonna get them. You gonna twist the hair back again, back in the day.
I don't know. I'm just ridiculously don't care right now. I woke up, took a shower, and this what came out. So I said, "The hell with it."
Really, this is what we do. You're a rock star, sir.
I really don't care anymore about that. I'm too old.
You're so funny. I got all of his links right there. www.uksnow.org. Of course, www.ismhomeschool.org. Also, you can contact by 1-800-847-1291. Also, you can hit him up by email at sanu777 at Gmail. His PayPal is kemetearth at Gmail. Also, his IG is UKSNow777. And Dr. Nalani's IG is Nalani Valentine. Just making sure we cover some bases with the family, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yep,
that.
of course,
Appreciate
man. You know, I love you, man. You know, I love the family. This is what we
it.
do, man.
Thank
Forever,
you.
forever, ever, ever, ever. You know what I'm saying? Well, people are coming in today. Of course, we're almost finished with Black Music Month, but it's also mental health. Black Man's Mental Health Month. It's also Caribbean Heritage. You're from the Caribbean, also. But we wanted to discuss, and he came up with the title. Family. This brother came up with a title that I said, you know what? Let's go. I'm with that 100%. The metaphysics of music and mental health. Doc, 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 doc. The music nowadays is causing mental health. What do you say
No,
about
no,
that?
no. Not causing mental health. It's actually destroying mental health.
Woo! Oh yeah, okay. I meant negative health. Okay,
You
go
meant
ahead.
it negatively. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. Go ahead. Talk about it. Why is this happening now with our music, brother?
Well, when you distort the very airwaves that thought operates in,
Yes.
and you deal with the different levels from Hertz 528, and you start messing with the Hertz that deals with the theta waves. Theta
Mm,
waves are the same wave patterns that thought operates on.
yes, sir.
Thought operates on theta wave patterns, theta
Yeah.
wave bands. And if you intercept them as you know that they have the ability to do right now,
Yes.
if you mess with the wave bands
Mm-hmm.
that thought operates on, you're going to distort thinking, and you're going to cause people's thinking to be dialed back into the reptilian brain. And that's what
Mm,
they're doing with different frequencies as far as HARP is concerned. They've locked into the thinking patterns that we have, and they're shutting down the ability for us to elevate those frequencies in our thought processes, and they're pushing them back into, or they're causing a dampening of field where we can't think on higher levels where the frontal lobe takes us. So it's
mm,
pushing it back, and they've been messing with what we call the amygdala, which is the switch that goes from the reptilian brain to the frontal lobe. And what they do is they mess with that, and it got us back into reptilian thinking. And when you deal with that reptilian thought, you'd see you don't care, and you know that you see our sisters up there turning their backsides up and doing all kind of twerking at the audience. That's the new entertainment with the music,
yes.
and the music today is aggressive. It does not deal with soothing. Very few of the song patterns today
Right.
deal with love
That's true.
and deal with the coming together of the male and the female. It's
Mm-hmm.
about adversarial. It's about, who can outdo the other, who can outthink, who can outslick. And what I saw was the final nail in the coffin of what we call black music when I saw that BET Awards,
Mm,
when you had those women, Cardi B or whoever it was there, turning their backsides up and talking about, they're wet this and they're wet that and all that kind of nonsense.
right.
But then I knew music after Earth, Wind and Fire. Music just went down the toilet.
Mm. And, you know, And this is what's happening now, and I've realized that by speaking to some of the young people on the street, because I'm in them streets, and you have to talk to some of these young people, and they say this is what they're express. I mean, and this is throughout the whole world. This is their expression now. And then you got a lot of the music here that's influencing places like the other side of the hemisphere and down in the Caribbeans and all of that stuff. Where even on the radio stations, this type of music with somebody shaking their ass and they're creating their own music. I mean, they got trap dance hall. They got trap. They're trying to have trap calypso or soca. I'm like, what are you? What? Wait, hold on now. Trap in what? And trapped in what? And I respect everybody's expression, but when the music left from being healing and loving, now we got this destruction and this devastating thing that is messing up the balance of mental health or the positiveness of mental health, because there's either mental stability or there's mental instability. One or the other. We don't go down that road.
Well, King,
Yes, sir.
if you look at the 70s and the 80s,
Yes, sir.
these excuses that these young people have today, talking about, well, we out from the hood and we want to give the, what do you call it, of the hood and all that crap. That's a lot of, excuse the expression, bullshit. First of all of the singers, the black singers, the Delphonics, the Blue Magics, the Earth, Winds, and Fires, they came from the ghettos.
That's right. That's true.
But they didn't come out there talking all kind of nonsense about turning our women into bitches and all that. That's a BS excuse. That was something that the so-called small hats made sure that they elevated that aspect of the music scene
Mm-hmm.
over the uplifting songs that they shoved back into the church.
Right.
Because most of the time during the 70s and 80s, the music that came out on the radio were actually dovetails from the church. The
Mm.
singers that came out that made it big in the world were church people.
Mm.
And so when they sang with soul and with heart. They sang about what the people were actually doing to try to escape what it is that we are now reveling in. It's like you live in a sewer. Well, let's just bring the sewer with us because that's who we are and
Right.
that's where we came from.
Right.
But then you live in a $20 million house. You live in a $20 million home. You
Right.
know, you're this rich and you're flying in airplanes, but you're still talking ghetto bullshit.
Right.
You're
Right.
not uplifting anybody. You're telling everybody what it is you're going to do and what you're doing in there, what it's like down there. Yeah, we already know that. But you see, those who rule the music business, like the ones who rule the education system, the ones who rule the Hollywoods, the
Mm-hmm.
ones who rule our government at this present time,
Right.
they're the
Right.
ones that's dealing with that. Because
Yes.
every time we do something positive, we uplift ourselves, and that's scary to them. That's scary
Yeah.
to them.
So somebody said BET, yesterday's BET Awards was the most dignified show in a long time.
Really.
Big up to Rich and Honey. Yesterday's show. I didn't get to watch it. I heard Lauren Hill was beautiful. She did a great job. I met her
Oh,
years ago.
well, I mean, it's Lauren Hill. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Well, if you brought her back on, yeah, you brought a
Yeah.
little more class back into the damn thing.
Exactly. Exactly. And coming from the era, you come from, of course, an era before and then of course I came after your era. They got the Earth, Wind, and Fire documentary about to come out, the biopic or documentary.
Yeah,
The brother from the
they're not
Roots.
gonna- yeah, yeah.
Did you
They're not
did you
going
get?
to. They're not going to give. They're not going to give what's his name, Maurice, a good light in this one. They need some drama.
Really? You think
Yeah,
so?
yeah.
Oh no, that's what you're hearing?
Hearing that, when it comes to Earth, Wind, and Fire, I'm
Right,
hearing, they keep me in touch because I know them.
right. Yeah, you
But
definitely close to it.
yeah, what happened with Earth, Wind, and Fire? And again, I can't. I don't like talking against my boys, but
Right. Go ahead.
they began. Well, as soon as Maurice passed,
Yeah.
it seems that they started to become more Christianized,
Mm.
and that came directly from one of the members who was my student.
Right.
He was very, very. He was not upset. He was just disappointed
Yes, sir.
at the direction that Earth, Wind, and Fire took after Maurice left. Because Maurice was into the metaphysics,
That's
he
right.
was into spirituality, he was into the higher consciousness.
Yes, sir.
And of course, because he was a dictator, that's where everybody went, and that was when they were making the best music.
Mm.
But now, after he left, when he was he told me this when he was in doing my university.
Right.
He said, "Man, listen, I was trying to produce some of the songs. I wrote some serious songs in the spirit of Maurice, and they didn't want it.
Right.
They wanted more of it. They wanted to deal with more Christian songs, more songs dealing with that particular, as if that they felt that that's the place that we were supposed to have gone,
Right.
and that really hurt me. And I'm
Mm.
not sure, but they may not give Maurice the kind of props that he did, the way Michael Jackson's father, Phil
Mm.
Jackson, he whipped the shit out of him and brought him into, he was a drill sergeant, but every one of them are superstars now.
Right. Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So they're complaining and talking about what they did to them and so forth. I'm not condoning, but hell, what is it y'all complaining about now? Y'all adults. Everybody want to go back and talk about how much they suffered. I suffered, but I'm not the one going up front and talking about, oh, pity me. I got a story to tell, and everybody start wallowing in their bullshit. Nah, you move forward from that, and during the time when you're making a diamond, or you're carving a diamond out, or you're perfecting a diamond, or you're shining up gold,
Mm-hmm.
you don't talk about what it is the gold was. You look at what it is the finished product is.
Mm.
And the finished product was shining. The Jacksons, Michael Jackson, everybody, all of them.
Yes.
But everybody is like, in order to give a job to some European psychologist like Freud, who's dealing with Jungian and Freudian bullshit, they want to make sure that you're suffering and you have to go ahead and get therapy for your suffering. It's time for you to stop that. Only people who don't understand that your memory of trauma goes away after a certain period of time. You leave that alone because the body, through self preservation, shuts that down so you can move forward.
Right.
But they always
Right.
want to go and dig up that grave,
Right.
you
Right.
know?
Right. And those that are just tuning in, this man needs no introduction on anybody's platform to tell you the truth. But this man is a celebrity now. I'm joking. They remember that song, "Every nigga is a star."
Yeah, yeah.
We all stars.
We all star. We all shine bright.
All shining like a diamond.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit up all his links, support him by PayPal. He ain't got Cash App, so don't even play with him. You got
No,
PayPal,
I ain't
support,
got no cash out.
express some love. But if you want to join his university, join his homeschool, those who have children, you want to contact him for consultations, all of that, or hit up him and his wife on IG. They all on it, man. Support Baba Phil Valentine everywhere you go, anywhere. And of course, mine's is scrolling at the bottom. You want to hit me up a Chime and Super Chat and Venmo and PayPal. I ain't got Cash App either. Don't worry about that. So Cash App been playing games with all of us on nowadays.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all especially since the guy died. Since the guy
Yeah.
died, yeah, they've been doing some stuff, man. But you said something about taking it back. I want to go back. I want to be a disagreeable advocate right now. You said something about Maurice Maurice White being a dictator. Explain why would you say he was like a dictator?
Maurice was he knew what he wanted.
Mm,
Maurice came up through Stax
okay.
and was playing drums for Isaac Hayes and
Okay.
a lot
Okay.
of the people back in the day. He was the drummer.
Disciplinary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the drummer for a lot of people doing session work.
Right. Right. Right.
But he
Right.
wanted to always break away and do his own thing. And so a lot of people give him the credit for what Earth, Wind, and Fire became, but that's not true.
Right.
The
Right.
true genius behind who molded the foundational sound of Earth, Wind, and Fire
Right.
was Charles Stepney.
Mm. Now explain that person, please.
Well,
Mm.
Charles Stepney came along, and I'm not with the story about him
Right.
so much, but when he stepped into the life of Maurice White, he honed their production skills
Mm.
because they did not have the recording and production skills, and the horns that you hear, the drive you hear, the melodic you hear. I don't know if you ever heard a song by Earth, Wind and Fire called "Mom."
Of course, but that was not put. That wasn't promoted that well.
Right.
That
It
mo-
wasn't.
right,
That was
right,
one of the most awesome
right,
songs,
right, right.
mothers. That I mean, it just brings you to
Tears,
emotional.
to tears.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And the thing about it is that that was Charles Stephanie's style,
Right, 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 right,
and the same thing. People going around, there's gonna be fire,
right.
come down. Charles Stephanie.
Oh, Stephen. Okay.
All that, the first album where you see them in the streets, that's all Charles Stephanie.
Mm,
He did
mm,
the production, and it was from there when Charles passed away.
right.
That's when, with Maurice being and being a student, and being a session drummer and a session artist himself, he just stepped right into Charles's space and took it from there and just expanded from there because the two of them were geniuses working
Of
together.
of
But
course.
then, but what happened was everybody in the band wanted to take it to a specific direction because he was very careful about who he chose. He had his family first,
Yes, sir.
but he chose just those people that he knew would fit the sound. And that
Mm,
was against other people in the band who didn't want that.
right,
So
right.
he had to fight and he had to make sure, well, this is me. Y'all are doing me. I'm the one funding this. I'm the one getting the deals and the whole 9 yards. And the fact that he stayed as true as he did to the sound of Earth, Wind, and Fire,
Hmm.
that's what made them monumental, gigantic.
Mm,
You can't get a band better than that. And even Maurice
hmm.
had a favorite band.
Mm,
And Maurice's favorite band was Chicago.
mm. That band. I remember that band.
Chicago was a monster band,
Yes.
and he really appreciated the horn section because Chicago had a monster horn section, and that's what he wanted. He wanted a monster horn section, and he got it. But the Phoenix Horns didn't play on every one of the albums that you
Mm,
hear. They,
hmm.
there's some of them, but there was I forgot the name of the group of these white horn players that played in a lot of the of his productions because the Phoenix Horns couldn't do what he wanted them to do.
Mm.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a whole lot behind Earth, Wind, and Fire. A lot of people don't know about,
Yeah.
and I just kept, it in a
And
hoodie.
and
Where you see me in a hoodie?
a documentary. Somebody talking about your hoodie, man. Masculinist.
What? My what?
Your hoodie. The hoodie that you got on. What you wearing?
Oh, that's what it's called now, a hoodie.
You got a hoodie on. That's a.
No, that's not a hoodie. That's just the
Oh,
back
that's
of
a.
my
Oh, that's
chair.
back. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, you got the T-shirt. Okay, I thought it was a hood because it looked like a
It's-
hoodie in the back. Yeah, it looked like
oh,
something
okay.
in the back. Now, masculinist. Where you get that?
I'm a masculinist. Every day talking this feminist nonsense.
I like that. I gotta get me one, sir.
All right, all right. You gotta come up
Masculinist.
against me. I'm here.
Masculinist. I like that, sir. I'm a masculinist that love a feminist.
Yeah, well, no, me and a feminist. Me and no. You get me into the ring with a feminist.
I know, right? They want to fight you now.
Yeah.
But you said, with a lot of the greats were like, or had dictators, or had dictators as leaders. Like James Brown, you would say he was a dictator because he had everything had to be tight. You better if you made a mistake, he charging you, taking money from you to keep
Hey,
things right. Go ahead.
let me tell you, I was right there on stage with him. We
Okay.
opened up for James Brown,
Oh,
right?
let's go into it. How did that come about, sir?
Well, we were working in New York City
Right.
at a place called the Cheetah Club.
Oh, I remember the Cheetah Cub.
Yeah, and the Italians would bring in all the black groups,
Yep.
Delphonics, Earth, Wind and Fire. I mean, Delphonics, Cool and the Gang, James Brown, all of them, and we would be the feature to
Mm,
open up everybody because we were a young group coming up. We auditioned, they liked it, and it was Cool and the Gang's one of Cool and the Gang's road managers that came to manage us.
Wow.
Okay, Herforth Blue was one of the Kool and the Gang's road managers, and Ron Davis was his partner.
Cool was in the Ansar, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Cool was
Yeah.
the Ansar. I was in Dr.
He's the
York.
only one left, actually. Out of everybody, that's a shame.
Cool was in the Ansar Allah
I
community on the
know.
Imam Isa, bro. Force MDs was there. Birdsong was there with us.
Birdsong was there. I know.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
Ted Mills was there with us. Oh
yeah.
man, I used to see these guys in the
And
80s.
it's so interesting because we were in the Cheetah,
Yes, sir.
and we opened up for the Unifics,
Mhm.
Delphonics, Kool and the
Right.
Gang, and the closer was James Brown.
Mm.
So we over there. That was the time when I told you that there was not very many dressing rooms in the Cheetah, maybe
Right.
two or three.
Right.
The big one is where we got in there because when you get there first, you get the dressing room.
Hmm.
We came back. We was out scanning around, just running through the cub. We said, "Okay, what time is it?" Our manager said, "Time to ready to go on." We went in there and we found our clothes on the outside.
Whoa.
James Brown had thrown all our clothes out of the dressing room
Wow.
and took it over. And there
Wow.
was this tree trunk of a man's black dude brother standing there saying Mr. Brown is in there right now and he doesn't want to be disturbed. He said, "Well, we got stuff in there that you forgot to send out here." So he got on stage.
Mm.
I'll never forget it. And the way it's set up is the stage is a small club. The
Right.
stage is there, and you could stand behind the musicians and watch.
Right.
So all of us, my group, Metaphor, we were standing there watching it, and he's doing getting down and tight, tight, tight.
Yep.
And we say, "See, that's how tight we got to be, tight, tight."
Right.
It seems one of the horn players or one of the guitar players made a mistake and didn't come in.
Ooh.
This dude, James Brown, did a split, came, spun, and turned around, and we heard him distinctly. He pointed and said, $50. I
That's my
said,
brother.
"Oh, shit." $50, my boy got docked. He
Yep.
got docked because he did not hit on time.
That's right. That's right.
That's
That's
how
right.
Brown was.
Man, I mean, and you had to be precise. I met him backstage at Central Park years ago,
Mhm.
and man, you had to, even in his older age, he was just, that was it.
Oh no, we found him in his younger age. This dude had more animation, man.
Yeah.
He told us back when we were speaking down there, he said, "Man, it didn't go." And talking about Southern. And he says, "Man," and we found this dude loses 5 pounds of water
Mm,
every performance.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He loses like 5 pounds every performance, he says. By the time he comes off a stage, he is
Drenched.
soaked.
Yes. Yes. Drenched.
And so he has to drink water. He eats a whole lot, man. He ate a lot of bread and drank a lot of milk,
And he works it out.
and he works it right
He
out.
works it right out. Wow.
Yeah.
You could tell. And Baba,
Hmm.
you know, I had a great question about something. Not James Brown. Back in the day, they used to say, "Music soothes the savage beast."
Yeah. Actually, it's not the way it says.
How's it say?
Music hath charms to soothe the savage breast.
Really? They changed it to beast.
Yeah, they changed it to beast.
So no, explain that. Why is music has the charm to soothe savage breath? If that's the quote.
Well, the breast is the heart,
Mm,
and the heart is the measure of one's real temperament.
mm,
That's where mercy starts, or that's where all evil, everything that you decide to do, is in the heart, which is why the ancestors used to weigh the heart against the feather, not your brain. The ancient Kemites, you'd
mm-hmm,
see the scale that Jehudi had,
mm-hmm,
and Jehudi had two personalities. He was there as the ibis with the quill,
mm-hmm,
and you'd see the scales of Ma'at. On one would be a feather, On the other would be the heart. If the heart was lighter than the feather,
Mm-hmm.
it means that that soul did not bring any of his decisions, its judgments, its pain, its suffering, and therefore it can move forward into a whole other space of consciousness, higher.
Mm-hmm.
If the feather was heavier than the heart, I mean, yeah, if the feather was heavier than the heart was heavier than the feather, I'm sorry, then that the baboon, which is Jehudi as the executioner, would then
Mm-hmm.
devour the heart, and then you would have to be reincarnated with the same signature of lack that you brought at your death. In other words, if you lacked the feeling that you did not accomplish this, or you yearned for that, and you were more caught up in the physical world, then
Mm-hmm.
it would take you back there to fulfill that feeling or to at least delete it so that you could move on and become lighter than the feather.
Mm-hmm.
When they talk about music hath charms to soothe the savage breast,
Right.
what it is, it means that, everything, your heart, your lungs, this is where it is. But when the music hits you,
Right.
music is look up someone by the name of Izyat
Mm-hmm.
Inyat Khan.
Okay.
Israt Inyat Khan. And he has such a beautiful take on music. And I read him during that time. He said something very interesting. He said, art speaks to you, but it's silent.
Mm.
If you're looking at a piece of beautiful art, it's speaking to you, but it's not saying anything. You're the one that's actually interpreting it in words in your head,
Mm-hmm.
but it's silent. Now,
Mm.
what art says silently, poetry says out loud. And so poetry then becomes the orator of art. And what poetry doesn't fulfill, music now steps in and takes the place.
Mm.
So, what music does, it transcends what your mind is saying about what you're observing. It
Mm.
transcends what the poet is saying because that's an interpretation you have to do with your thought process.
Right.
But without the thoughts, without you even viewing it, when you listen to a piece of music, like for instance, if you've ever seen the movie with Tom Cruise, The Last Samurai,
Yes. Oh, yes, sir.
you see the music that was put to that.
Yes.
I
Yes.
just listened to that, and right then, everything else is internally interpreted. I can go through a myriad of emotions,
Mm-hmm.
but it goes right to my chest, right into my heart.
Right.
So if someone is angry, someone is going through a lot of pain, if you know frequencies,
Right.
then you know the mind of God.
Mm. Mm. Powerful, sir. Wait, and I looked up that quote from William Congreves from 1697.
Mhm.
Play the morning bride, where the original line is music has charm to soothe a savage breast. That's so. Ain't that something? Well, if you can tell Dr. Valentine is a researcher, knocked it right out the door. Knocked it right out the back. I'm just like, because we've been so fooled. It's just like when they say the devil is in the details, when it was God in the details. It was
Yeah,
originally with God in
yeah,
the details.
yeah.
It's
But the
crazy.
devil, they say, well, that's when wickedness shows itself. That's why they say it's in the details. The devil would be in the details.
Yes,
Yeah,
right,
because the devil is God, and most people don't. Most people don't understand. You're the one that's making it different.
right, right,
You're the one that's separating them.
right, right.
And that's what our school is about. It's
Yes,
about understanding that.
people make sure. But now that he mentioned the school, what the school is about, let's go to it. Let's talk about the school here real quick. I just want to make sure y'all support him at uksnow.org or the ismhomeschool.org, or contact for more advice and more information about it at the 800 number that we got there, 847-1291. Email him if you want, because he answers email a little faster. You might want to check that. Your phone. You leave a message though. Leave a clear message. Do not just leave one, and repeat your number at least twice or three times if you're going to leave a message. And slow it down. We know
Thank
we're
you.
talking about.
Thank you.
I know, Doc. I know. They something else. I know our people want to talk fast. Dr. Valentine, come here. Here's my number.
Yes, they want to go on and on and on.
you know, Doc, what's so interesting because this is again a Black Music Month and also Caribbean Heritage Month. Also, it's of course Black Men's Mental Health Month, and I think brothers are going through a lot of things right now because. Um, not only the music, but I wanted to go somewhere else because I was thinking about ancient time. But why in ancient societies, indigenous here and also in the other side on the eastern hemisphere in Africa and all that, why was the music much more spiritual than it is now? So to speak, why were they more spiritual with their drums and their whatever they was beating or whatever flute they play? Why was it more spiritual in those times?
Well, it's because they were so close to nature. They
Thank you.
couldn't help it.
Okay,
They
good.
were, we were more in line with everything that was alive around us. We
Mm,
didn't deaden our environment with
right.
concrete and all
Yes, sir.
kinds of edifices that blocked the communication between us and Nature Mother.
Yes, sir.
Nature
Yes, sir.
Mother continuously kept in touch with us because we opened up the communication lines.
Mm,
The lines of communication always stayed open with all with natural people.
yes, sir.
So we always made sure that we could hear God in the wind. We
Mm,
can hear the mother in the baby's cry. We can hear the
mm,
mother, nature mother, in the baby's crying. We could hear everything when the animals spoke. We heard that. We listened to what they had to say. And if you
mm,
looked at us, we always dressed like the animals because the animals were created to teach us. What better teacher than a species of living being that does not change its habits?
mm. And you notice when people come on the block, I'm back in New York, and squirrels are around. If they hear loud music and banging, they run and scurry.
Yeah,
They scurry. But when it's
yeah.
quiet, I'm out there talking. I'm whistling with them. They're talking.
Hmm.
But when they hear this bang bang and all of the animals just go like this, even the cats go running. Like what the hell's going
Hmm.
on?
It's
Because
unnatural. It's
they
unnatural.
rumble in the floor. And like they coming in with
Mhm.
it, boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's like destruction is happening and these animals start to run. I noticed that.
Well, the earth speaks to them when an earthquake is about to take place.
Exactly.
What is
Exactly.
it? Earthquakes start as piezoelectric frequencies,
Right. Right.
and the animals are so closely related to Nature Mother
Mm.
and how Nature Mother works that when she speaks of something that she's about, like when Mama about to get angry,
Yes, sir.
everybody, all of them starts feeling that, and they go scurrying to places where the energy becomes less and less and less, and that's when you know you're out of the zone.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's why during the time when that I think it was in Sumatra where they had the the giant wave, the
Hmm.
tsunami,
Yes.
that way it was. The people, the cultural people and the natural people watched the animals,
Yep.
the black group, and they left. They were gone before the tsunami hit because they listened to the animals, and the animals began panicking and running, and they ran with them.
Right.
And so
Right.
when you're saying, what is it about that as far as the animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, the we were so close to nature
Hmm.
that there was no way that there was a disconnect.
Mm.
No disconnect between us and remember, nature is mother.
Yes, sir.
Father, you don't see.
Mm.
Father is the will. Father is the invisible aspect. It's cause. Father is cause. Mother is effect.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so nature is the effect. What we call God or the omniscient one is the dual aspect, but she is manifest. He stays unmanifest, though he is influencing. He
Mm.
giving the influences. Without him, nothing exists. Without her, nothing exists. Well, no, without her, nothing exists. Without him, nothing pre exists.
Mm. Mm. And a lot of people don't realize that when man and woman, or when the balance of the divine masculine and feminine come together, it's like music itself. It's a
Yeah,
dance.
yeah.
It's a dance. The yin and yang is a dance. But
Hmm.
they're trying to take the yin away from the yang and make yin and yin dance together, and yang dance together. It becomes confusion.
Well, it's a plan. It's part
Yes.
of the plan. And look at what's happening with young men today. Young men are
Mm.
walking away from relationships, and that was a plan.
Mm.
Most people are saying, well, now you're seeing, well, a lot of my students are saying, Dr. Valentine, check out what's going on, check out what's happening. There's a so-called a male loneliness. I said, there's no more male loneliness. I said, men are individuals. There's no male loneliness. There's a female loneliness, and now there's a female lack of attention,
Mm.
because what's happening is they weaponize women
Mm-hmm.
into a masculine energy. The women adopted the masculine energy, and just like the two similar poles of a magnet, they resist
Right. 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 Right.
automatically. So as soon as she became more yang, his
Mm.
yang said, "Nah, I can't deal with that. I'm dealing with another man."
Mm.
And so what happens? He, because of the way that, and you see, this is what they don't realize what's going on. They don't realize that the governing powers have structured it so that we no longer create families, no longer get married, no longer are protected by the state for marriage and for children. The
Mm-hmm.
people who are making it difficult for relationships are the ones who are creating the laws that weaponize women's emotions. So the ones who say that women will, no matter what they say, with no fault divorce, as soon
Mm-hmm.
as you say no fault divorce, everything still stays where the man has to keep paying. The women get the children, even though statistics show that the men would make a better parent than the woman by herself, a man by himself. This is all calculated to destroy the community. You destroy the family, you destroy the man first. You have to attack him, and that began in the 60s.
Right.
Once you
Yes.
attack him, you have destroyed the primary authority in the society and the primary authority in the home. Once you've done that, you then cause a distrust in the woman. She no longer distrusts the man that's in front of her. She now trusts the man that's sitting up in Washington, who is the government. And
Mm.
so you destroy that natural bond. And so today, the young men are saying, well, listen, if women are actually going to be the ones that file for divorce 80% of the time, 90 if they're educated, and if I'm going to have to be the one that does have to take responsibility, if I'm the one that can be have to be proven that I did not sexually attack her and I'm guilty and I have to prove myself innocent rather than the other way around,
Mm-hmm.
if I have to do A, B, and a third consistently, then I'm not going to do it. And now because the young men are walking away, sadly, the women are saying, well, where are all the good men? Well, all the good men were around when you were in your prime between 19 and 25. But boys between 19 and 25, they don't they don't know their asshole from their elbow. They have to work it. So you have to wait on a young man from 19 to 25 until he makes his bones, and so by 30, that's when he begins his prime. She's
Mm.
in her prime. They knew she's in her prime from 19 to 25, and then they forced her, they cajoled her, they mind screwed her into believing she needs to have a, um, a career.
Mm.
And the word career comes from the word combat.
Mm.
So she's relegated into social combat, and then she says at the end, well, I have my own. I have my own master's and PhD. I own my own home. I pay my own bills. I do well. Congratulations, you're an adult.
You're funny. Somebody just asked in the chat, when it comes to evolution and enlightenment, how does one address feelings and the emotions that society puts out there for us to react to?
Well, so see, society did not put it out there.
Mm.
Society made the woman the predominant arbiter of all emotions. See, a woman, and when I said this, I got
Yeah,
attacked.
they attack you. I
I
know.
got attacked, and it's more explained in my book, The Wounded Womb.
Yes, please get that, family.
A woman, you have to understand frequencies.
Hmm.
A woman, say for instance, you look at it this way: a woman is cold in sex. A woman is cold. A man starts hot. A woman is cold. A man ends cold. By the time he ends cold, a woman is hot. So there is this difference, and you have to look at temperament. A woman does not love. A woman reacts to love. Men love. And what men do to stir the emotions in a woman, she calls that love. So
Mm.
when the emotions are stirred, I'm also talking about, he says, well, what about a woman who loves her baby? She loves her children. Yeah. Well, have you ever heard of postpartum
Hmm.
when a woman doesn't even want to see the child?
Yeah.
When a woman the women are the ones that actually kill more of their children than men.
Mm.
See,
Mm.
I know I'm getting morbid, but here's what the deal is.
Right.
What you as a man stir in a woman,
Mm.
that's what she falls in love with. She
Mm.
falls in love with the feelings that you convey in her. And if you're the one that's perpetrating that feeling in her, that's who she's clinging to.
Mm.
That's why she can leave a marriage of 10 years with children. Because a man, and again in my book, I said men are faithful, women are fickle.
Mm.
And you
Mm.
have to understand that a woman is in love with what you have made her feel. She's actually in love with her emotion.
Mm.
And that emotion is stirred when you do something to activate it, to keep that interest, that emotion. She has to be stirred consistently because her nature is cold.
Mm.
She has to be consistently fed in order for that same emotion she had when she first met you. It has to be there. But when it peters out, because it's not the same when you're 4 and 5 years in, and if she's accustomed to having a certain feeling when you had to deal with her, and you're not giving her that feeling anymore because you got to work, you got to deal with the family, you got to keep making money in order to blah blah blah. She doesn't see that. That's why you see so many women leaving.
Mm.
They're leaving marriages of 10,
Mm.
20 years because they're in love with the emotions that were given to them by
Mm.
that man. And
Mm.
so what happens from that point forward now, young men today are saying, well, let me just look at all of what's going on around me. Let me hear what the women are saying. Don't approach me. Don't even approach. Stop approaching. The bear or the man? Oh, I'd rather go with the bear. Oh, we want to go with the bear. So it's the bear. Don't approach. You're dusty. You ain't had no money. You got to pay for my nails. You got to pay for my this or that. They are. You see, men are risk assessment calculators.
Mm.
The risk versus reward is what men look at.
Mm.
Today, the rewards are none, nil. And this is what is happening today to our society. The
And
young
and
men are moving, they're leaving away.
and you would you say that this is also causing mental instability in men now more than ever than it was before? Because
Well,
we didn't even believe in going to shrinks back in the day.
nah, you see, men don't go to shrinks because most of the shrinks are women.
Damn.
And if they go to shrink, that's why women say, well, let's go to therapy. Well, 9 times out of 10, they say
Damn.
60% of the therapists are females and they side with the woman.
Wow.
And some of the women who are therapists come on, very, very few of them are very honest, and they say, I can't work with women
Mm.
because they don't want to take responsibility for their own actions.
Mm.
Because the one thing that a woman is kryptonite to a woman is the emotion of shame.
Mm.
Women cannot deal with that particular emotion, which is shame, which is why they are so slow to taking accountability for their actions.
Now, what about the women that have now taken on more masculine roles and now acting like men and trying to do exactly what men are? Are they trying? Are they compensating for what they're not doing?
Yeah,
Or
go to the gym. What do you see in the
yeah,
gym? Yeah. What the hell are women doing flexing and want to yeah, and want to show me a six pack? Your belly is not supposed to have a six pack, first of
Mm,
all. And
please
if
teach
you're
that.
working on a six pack, then you're working on pumping up your testosterone, which later on will pay. You'll pay for it because the testosterone leaches your calcium.
Mm,
And that's where you get osteoporosis from all that heavy lifting. I'm talking about the heavy yang stuff you see them doing.
right.
That men's supposed to be so impressed. And you men, if you're impressed with a woman that can jerk a certain amount of pounds and deadlift all of that, then you might want to check your orientation, to tell you the truth.
I remember I was on Flatbush in church years ago, and this sister I met on the bus, her 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 triceps was big as my leg. Yo, I
Yep,
was like, "What the hell is
yep,
that?" You know,
yep.
and
That's it. Yeah.
guy was trying to talk to her. I was like, "Look at this! What the heck's going on here?" Uh,
Well, you
uh,
know what? In my book, I speak about that.
yes, of
Women,
course.
the compensation in my book, The Wounded Womb, the
Yes,
compensation for the fact of fear. Women
yes.
who have a great amount of fear or have been taught amount of fear, and the
Hmm.
fact that they cannot be alone, and the fact that men have been taught they're taught that men are nothing but predators. So
Mm,
when they look at men, women today are taught that men are predators, especially when they go college.
yeah,
All of the bullshit that they teach the children, these young women in women's studies, is all about the patriarchy. Well, the patriarchy is the one who built all the schools that you're in. The patriarchy is what it is that built the society. I mean, you have some real scum that's running it now,
yeah, yeah.
but it's the men that actually afford give you everything that you have that you can actually do it. Otherwise, you'll be down at the creek knocking your clothes against a rock.
It has gotten so worse that you could be outside sweeping your front yard and women pass by or young girls pass by and they don't even say good morning. They just walk across the street and
Yeah,
because you're a black man sweeping your yard. I've
yeah,
seen this on my own block that I'm here in Brooklyn here. That you can't even sweep your block. And I say good morning, people just look at you and hold your purse. Black women,
yeah, yeah.
black
Women
women.
taught, yeah. Women, again, you have to look at the programming that went on over the last 30 years, 35 years.
Right,
Feminism
right.
taught women to distrust men.
Mm,
And Oprah
mm,
is one of the ones that actually pushed that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And now you see a lot of women are now trying to clean up what the feminists have done. And I
Mm-hmm.
applaud them to try to teach women to
Right.
take responsibility for what they have done because they don't want to take responsibility for the fact that relationships have gone to hell now. If you were to just go across the YouTube or the Instagram or the TikTok or TikTok or whatever,
Mm,
you could see how all the women are just trashing the hell out of men.
mm,
And now you see some men now coming back and saying, well, you know what, intellectually speaking, here's what you're about. Oh,
mm.
no, I don't want to hear that. That's when they start getting either louder or they keep talking over you.
Right, right.
Because again, that overhanging sword of Damocles for them is shame. And
Mm,
shame is something that they cannot tolerate.
mm, mm. We have Dr. Valentine in the mother flipping building family. Doing his thing. UKSnow.org, ISMhomeschool.org. Contact via the 800 number you see up there, 800 847 1291. Don't forget, you could also email him, which would probably be faster, sanu777 at gmail.com. Send him some PayPal love at chemitearth at gmail.com. And also, you could follow him and please do friends and family. Come on, keep it simple, friends and family. And please follow him at UKS Now 777 or at Nalani Valentine, his beautiful wife, on Instagram. Big up to Bam for also sharing my stuff. Big up to your son Bam, man. I was showing some love.
Oh yeah, let's give a shout out to
Yeah,
Bam Bam, my
Bam.
hero.
Yeah,
My
that's your
hero, man. This guy went through the trials of Hercules.
Yeah, he has. He has. Good
And
for him, man.
I'm
I
so
love.
proud of what he has become and what he has done, and how
Right,
he's holding it out and keeping me. He's uh he's actually been the one to kind of lift my spirits. I'm the one that's down.
right. Yeah, no, you know, I know you've been going through it behind the scenes. We talked, Baba, and
Yeah,
I'm glad you're keeping up. Family, I've been trying to convince him to come to New York. Y'all,
soon, soon,
soon
soon,
come, soon come.
soon come.
You know, but and let me tell y'all, family, women, this is not bashing women. This is Dr. Valentine has been a real person. He likes the balance. He's married to how long you married to your wife, brother?
Going on 30 something years.
30 something years, and you got some leaders and some women that are teachers and some men that are teachers that are not even married or not even never got married or never considered to be get married. And we got there's one out there right now. I don't trust nobody. He's a doctor of this and doctor of that. I call him Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss get married either. So and that's why I let you know, Dr. Valentine and I love women. We are of the lower Americas, the Caribbeans. We are of the Americas of the Caribbeans, and we love women in them
Well,
Caribbean.
you have no idea how I sit back and I watch my wife,
Yes, let's talk
and
about that. Yes,
let me tell you, it's
yeah, please,
fascinating
for
to
sure.
watch the energy that they have to do 10 things at the same time
Mm,
while I'm watching and I'm saying, "Choo, choo, choo." I'm watching like that, and and how she does everything that she does, and she takes the time, boom, it becomes masterpiece. Another time, boom, masterpiece. I mean, keeping the flowers and the plants, cooking, going
right.
out, doing her yoga. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm over here. I'm breaking a sweat watching you. You know.
But but please tell these women how much you adore your wife. You saved her life.
Yeah, yeah.
That you adore your wife, and y'all love music. Y'all love the dancing, and that
Oh,
goes
and sing
and
together. We
sing
sing.
together.
Yeah,
Please tell
and
them that.
yeah. My
A
wife.
lot, a lot of these women never heard you say all that adoring you. That they think you're a women basher, and you've been with your wife 30 plus years, and some of them can't get married for 30 minutes. Get out of here! Get out of here! You fronting. Y'all
Yeah,
don't y'all don't want no mate. You don't want no divine masculine. You want another divine feminine to act like a masculine, and then y'all play with toys together. We
yep.
ain't playing with you here.
No, no, no. They know that, like I said, right here.
Right?
There it
Yes, sir.
is.
How much you adore
What?
that sister? Like,
We're not gonna let you to tell you that she had one thing.
yes.
Part about it is that
Thank you. Thank you.
she she was going through uh,
Yes.
a progressive stage of weakening,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and we didn't know what it was because
Yes.
she was pristine. She did everything. She was my inspiration for making sure that I stayed and did the right thing, get the right foods and so forth.
Yes, sir.
Because I stepped off and said, "The hell with it," you know.
Yes, sir.
And what happened is she began to deteriorate in her
Mm.
strength. She couldn't even pick up her pocketbook,
Mm.
and so we were getting ready to go to the doctor because she said, "Listen, I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to the emergency room for a minute." And
Mm.
I said, "Okay." So as we were going, she couldn't hardly go down the stairs. I had to help her there.
Wow.
Boom! She got into the car and out.
Wow.
I pressed my hand against her neck. There was no pulse,
Oh
and I
man.
started smacking her.
No.
And then I pulled out my phone
Yes,
while I
sir.
kept talking to her and saying, "Don't go nowhere, don't leave." And I dialed 911. This
Yes, sir.
must have been fated because they came around the corner in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Wow.
And so
Wow.
she came up, and then she got really sick and then threw up.
Wow.
So here I am. That they came, they stabilized her, and they put her into the hospital.
Yes, sir.
And came to find out that she had a myeloid leukemia.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I'm saying, what?
Wow.
And so they said that no, nobody survives that.
Mm.
So we're saying, okay, boom, we got, it's like the fates put this play together, and everybody in the play played their part.
They part. Right,
Right.
right,
I brought
right.
her back around. The doctor that we got,
Yes, sir.
he was amazing.
Wow,
The dude was from India,
wow.
and he essentially, oh, he was from Egypt. I'm thinking, right?
Egypt. Okay.
And yeah, and so he said they took tests on her, and they
Hmm.
said you could take this for the rest of your life, or you can go radical, and we could
Mm.
attack it right now before it does anything.
Right.
When they took her vitals, remember, Mama's in her 70s, like I am.
That's right.
When they took her vitals, they said that her vitals and every one of her internal organs were those of a 20-year-old.
Mm. Wow.
She had the organs and the internals of a 20-year-old at 70.
Like Malcolm back in his day. Remember Malcolm
Right,
X?
right,
Internal organs, like a
right,
teenager. Wow.
right. So
Wow.
they said, well, you could stand what it is we want to do. And so she went through the whole chemo thing,
Right.
and
Right.
it stabilized. But you remember, she used to have hair all the way down to her backside.
That's right. That's right. I
That
remember.
had to go. I
Yeah.
had to get rid of the rest of it. Matter of fact, I think I still may have it.
And you cut your hair because she cut her hair, right?
I shaved it off all of my hair, and we were looking like two M&Ms. You know,
Funny.
our hair together, we looked like two big M&Ms right there. And when it's a funny thing about it too, because I would visit her pretty much every day,
Yes, sir. Yes.
and she set up her room the
Yes.
way it looks like an ashram.
Mm.
And the music would be soft, the candle and the scented this,
Mm.
and the nurses used to come in and say, can I just come in here for a minute and just sit down and just meditate with you on this, that
Wow,
type of thing. And so she became this celebrity on the floor because of what she had to go through.
man.
And so she came out of it and even had to go through even more operations to this particular point, and she has not slowed down even
Since.
then. Yeah.
And you know,
So fascinating. If you got a good woman, not
yes.
let's say I'm not talking. If you got a great woman,
Great woman. Right. Right.
then just watch her. That if you want entertainment, just watch her. Back and watch, because it's hilarious the things that you could see that she ends up doing. And the one thing you're gonna have to tolerate though is,
Of course.
yeah, you have to be ready, you have to be ready to be listening at everything on the drop of a dime.
Right. And when it comes to your both of you loving music together, because this is a music and mental health. What,
Oh
when y'all come together and dance in your house together,
yeah.
what is what's the music of choice with y'all two?
The music of choice is Mozart,
Mm,
Beethoven,
mm.
Liszt, and music from movies that we like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
especially when you're dealing with, say, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio,
Which one?
in set, what's it called again? Inception.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, that was good. The music in there
Awesome,
was
especially
crazy.
the ending one.
Yes.
Awesome. The
Yes.
music from Batman.
Yes. Yes.
We had that running through our whole entire car. We'd be rocking with Batman, and the
Right. Right.
people that parked next to us, they would say, "Who them crazy black folks in there?" And we rocking heads, going that. We loved the music that we had there, and we like um, Debussy,
Mm.
Schubert,
Mm-hmm.
and Chopin,
That's right.
and then we like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Of course. Of
We
course.
love Whitney. We love the music that's real music, music that's heartfelt.
Message in the music,
Yes,
sweet, sweet music. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. OJ's.
You
Mhm.
know, I like to dance when I'm with my woman, and when I get a new one. I will
Coming,
again.
coming.
I will. You know, but again, I tell women that I know. I said my elders are my consultants when it comes because y'all been with y'all women for 30 something years. Me, you know, but I was married 3 times, but all of them was Islamic marriages. So
Oh,
this time I'm going down the spiritual route and fine. But sometimes, Baba, the music saved my life numerous times because even Imam Isa, aka Dr. York, he named me in Islam back in those days in the 80s. He named me Shadi Abdul Muhammad, which was singer and servant of Allah, servant of the Creator, and one worthy of praise. So he didn't know that I always go to music when I felt sad. And he said to me in 1985, 1986, he said, that name you got there means that you always need to sing or listen to music when you feel upset.
wow.
And then, and I
Wow.
know, I know in the beginning he was probably, definitely genuine and authentic. And I don't know what happened after that. But, I tell people a lot of the leaders that, and I was just on Brother Richard's show talking about a lot of leaders. That's why you just got to pay attention to the message and leave
Yeah,
the messengers alone
yeah,
because everybody had their fault. And that's why I said on Richard's show recently, just earlier today, that's why Baba Phil and Bobby Hemmett never said to follow them.
right.
You always said, don't follow you. Don't
Yeah,
follow you. You're not worthy to be followed, but take the message and go with it. You know what I'm
there it
saying?
is. There it
And,
is.
when we bring you on stage, you love to play Earth, Wind, and Fire and all that. And we got to listen. And that's very important. You was a musician yourself. What got
Yeah.
you into becoming a musician at a young age at that time, bro?
Well, first of all, I used to sing along with Sparrow and Calypso
Yes.
and all of them back at home. But
Yes.
being raised Catholic, I had to go to, when I went to St. Gregory's
Yes,
in
sir.
Brooklyn, I joined the choir. And the professor there said that I had a great voice
Yes,
and
sir.
that he put me into the tenor, and I'd switch from tenor to alto because
Hmm.
I had a very high tenor.
Right.
The same way that you hear Philip Bailey,
Yeah, Philip Belly. Yes.
that's my sky. I walk. That's the way place I walk. In
Wow.
fact, I went toe to toe with one of Shaka Khan's background singers.
Wow, get out of here. I want to shout out Mr. G. Mr. G is in the building, just gave $100. And also, I want to big up LL Lav. Also, she gave $20. Phil, this brother, Dr. G, Dr. G is the one that's helping to produce Dr. Sabi's documentary. When are you going to put out a documentary? I could connect you with this man. This man is good at what
Oh
he
well,
does, man. You need a documentary before he leaves this planet. He needs a documentary, Mr. G. I'm telling you, sir. He
well,
needs one.
one of the
You too.
days after he finishes with the great Dr. Sabi, then
Yeah,
you
he
let.
don't. I think they already finished. They're just doing the editing now. So
Oh,
he wanted to do Dr. Africa, but Dr.
yeah.
Melanie refused because she was going through her stuff. She ain't really ready for that. But you and Dr. Nalani do documentary on both of y'all and your journey in 30 something years. That would be powerful, sir. 30
Well,
something years with because you've been married to, Queen of
yes,
Four, you've been married to different people. You had a marriage
yeah,
before Queen of Four. You've been
yeah,
through it. So you
yeah.
need a documentary, bro. I'm just saying, and you make some residual wealth for your family and
Woo.
yourself.
You
Mr.
just
G, I'm putting it out there, Mr. G.
put it out there like that, right?
I'm putting it out there, Mr. G. Mr. G just donated $100. Thank you, Mr. G. I'm going to connect you with Dr. Valentine. Maybe you could talk to him. Yeah, I know he's back and forth. His wife is about to give birth, so big up to his beautiful wife.
Oh,
So
big up, big up.
his tenth child or his 11th child. One.
All right. Well, tell him to get the Juice Plus. Matter of
Yeah,
fact, tell him to get in contact with Mama
I will
Nalani.
tell him. I
Yeah,
will
tell
tell
him
him
to
that.
feed that beautiful woman, that mother to be, the
Yes,
Juice Plus, so that the APGAR test and
yes,
that and the umbilical cord, the cord blood,
right, right.
will make billions of the what is that called again? Hun? Stem cells, right?
For the
The
oh,
stem cells, you want billions and billions of stem cells in that cord blood, which
wow.
makes it red. And tell them do not cut that cord too soon. Allow
Mm,
it to stop throbbing.
allow it to
Hold
stop
on to
throbbing.
that. Yeah, do not cut that cord because you got to remember that the placenta is actually donated by the father.
Mm.
The placenta is all the father, so we're taking care of our own even in the womb.
Oh, what? The placenta is the father's.
Your father creates the placenta.
Woo, did y'all hear that, lady? I mean, say that again one more time for the black and the people. I say I buried a placenta here for my children. I buried another one at my grandmother. But
Mhm.
please say that one more time for the people.
Well, this is what not knowledge is doing. When they took the genetics of the placenta and what it is that it did to actually feed that child, the placenta went and was directed right back to the father. The
Wow.
father's genetics are in the placenta. So the
Wow.
placenta is the male.
Yes.
And the funny part about it is the male child creates a distinct antibody against the mother's attack against a different body. Say if it's a female,
Right.
then it would not be an antithesis to the female.
Right.
But a male child in her becomes an antithesis so that her body's own defenses would attack it.
Mm.
But the male child in that placenta creates a defense mechanism that ends up after the birth being a protectorant for the mother against Alzheimer's.
Mm. Whoa. Wow. That's
That's
deep.
why they always say, may your firstborn be a male child.
Oh yes, that's been in history. Now, why do they take away the placenta? Because I've seen products that had placenta in it or named placenta.
Yeah, because the placenta has all of the nutrients that fed that child.
Mm.
Pristine. There is no, it's made up of genetic material
Right.
that you can actually clone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. So they could have been cloning people. Now,
Oh, it could have been.
oh, they have been. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
I know. I know. You know, uh, you, the one question I have for you, Baba, is like with the music again and mental health, how important it is when a couple is about to have a baby and music is played while the woman is carrying a child or while she before they even have intimate relations or while they're having intimate relations. How important is music during those times?
Let me tell you, you have
Yeah,
a great question. First of all, um, I,
thank you.
I'm completely against this sonograms
Tell them why.
because sonograms are sound wave vibrations
Hmm.
that shoot right through what essentially is a forming fetus that does not have the outer layers of protection or the inner layers of protection, and that the nerve endings of that little fetus is so thin it's almost like spider's thread.
Mm.
And you're shooting what essentially becomes a weapon, which they now use to a sound weapon that they use for cloud control. They're
Right.
actually pushing that against the child, and they're saying, "Oh, look at the child; it's jumping around. Yeah, it's jumping around because you're shooting those waves through the body."
Hmm. Mm.
And you
Mm.
don't know what damages that you're doing, just like with the mammograms. They say
Right.
you should always have your mammograms so that you would test it and so. Well, young girls who go for mammograms, the energies, the X-rays do not penetrate because the breast tissue is very strong, it's very thick.
Right.
But the more a woman grows older or as she becomes a mother,
Right.
the breast has become a lot softer, the tissue is softer. So when
Hmm.
you start shooting that microwave through there, you start creating the environment for the clustering of these cysts that end up creating breast
Mm.
cancer.
Mm.
In my book, The Wounded Womb.
On the womb.
As a matter of fact, before I go, when you start talking about what with the music for the baby,
Yes.
Dr. Ann Brown actually gave me or helped me get past in New York University to
Right.
do some investigating about that for my book.
Right.
So Dr. Ann Brown took me into the archives where you can't get in there
Right.
of the medical school, and
Right.
that's where I found the experiments that they did back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s on mammograms that they did not release to the public,
Mm.
and that it caused cancer, breast cancer.
Wow.
So, but that's go here and there. The music that should be played
Yes, sir.
is not them damn drums and that hard, what do you call it? Children who use, or mothers who use the so-called classical music
Mm-hmm.
and the legatos, the ones that have the soft piano, the Mozarts and the Litz and the Schuberts and the Beethovens. When you play that, Stevie Wonder already told you in The Secret Life of Plants that when you play that, the plants hear the vibrations of the music, and all of a sudden, the plants grow to enormous sizes, and children who come out from that are more stable. They don't cry as much. They have they recognize their parents' voices, and they recognize that music, and you could play that music to put them to sleep. They pick up on the soft music, and it calms them down while even in the womb. So yes, music that you're playing on the outside,
Right, right, right.
that music affects what's going on in the inside of the mother, just like her thoughts affect that child.
Man, that,
So
that,
you have
that,
to be very, very careful. Yeah,
if you have any questions, you could take a few questions before we get off, my brother.
sure.
All right. What I'm going to do right now, family, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to do a quick commercial break. And if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. I was going to try to share the link and y'all can talk to them, but I think I'll just keep that simple. Just put it in the chat. If y'all got any questions for Baba Valentine, we're talking about, of course, music and mental health and the metaphysics of music and mental health. We ain't even really, we just scraping the surface, to tell you the truth, because this brother can go deeper than that. So we'll be right back after this with Dr. Phil Valentine. Remember, family, please, if you can, spread love to him via PayPal. Of course, the PayPal is right there. Spread love. That's kemetearth@gmail.com. Friends and family, do the friends and family. Join him on Instagram. His son and him also work on Instagram. Dr. Nalani has an Instagram also. Yeah. Oh, the blood is in the the proof is in the blood. That's the new book.
No, this is what is this, honey? Huh? It's a Zoom call, everybody. She's
Oh,
gonna have.
that's a Zoom call. They can go. They can go to the. Can they find it through her Instagram or through the website? Or how can they go? Can they go to the website, Dr.
It,
Nalani?
what it is to email
What's
to send it to her.
what's the email?
I don't know that.
I could put it in the chat right now if you got the email, or you can text it to me after this commercial break. I could take it. Okay.
Dr. Nalani 8.
Say it
Dr.
again.
Dr. Nalani 8.
Nalani.
Dr.
I got Dr. Nalani. Dr. Nalani 8.
Dr. Nalani, the number 8
Uh-huh.
at gmail.com.
Okay, let me get that over here at gmail.com if y'all want to find
Right.
out. And that's what is that for again? Say that again.
This is for a Wednesday, July 1st,
Mm-hmm.
8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific time, Wednesday, to deal with the proof in the blood, where we deal with
Okay.
all the different types of nutrients and what it is that people are being sold, what's in the food. And again, once again, you see her and her
Okay.
smile.
There it
Right?
is.
And
There it
she's
is. This is the Zoom call, family. I'm gonna put it right here, right now, so y'all can see it. I'm gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Dr. Valentine. I'm gonna put you backstage real quick, Dr. Valentine, and then we're gonna take a break. Family, do not go nowhere. Dr. Valentine is not finished. We ain't over. Please share, like, and subscribe. Remember, tomorrow we got the Grandmaster Dan McEady. He's coming in. He's one of the teachers of Dr. Shakira Moore. Of course, he was a student of the late great old sensei Master Duncan, the first American ninja in America, African American brother. Matter of fact, he was from Panama. Big up to him. He's from Panama. And of course, we're going to speaking to him. And then on July the 1st, family, just want to remind everybody, July the 1st, Dr. Ali is coming in, original and indigenous. What should it really mean to melanated people? And then, of course, coming up to that is Nina Dunham. Why we choose certain individuals according to the cards, according to cardology. We're going to talk about that. Of course, Supernova Slum will be with us live and direct on Wednesday, July the 15th. His new remix of the Man Heal Thyself book, The Wellness Warrior Guide to Self Mastery in 12 Weeks and Beyond. And then his mom's is coming in, who used to be a former wife of Dr. Valentine. Queen of Four will be in here. The Sacredness of Women and Men on July the 19th. And do remember, my brother Ampu, Noble Ampu, will be on my channel for the first time, the healing and guiding aspects of languages. Now, if y'all going to be in New York City, family, just want to remind y'all the International African Arts Festival is happening July the 3rd through July the 5th. I am one of the MCs. Each and every day, they're going to choose me to do certain things at the new location over there, Lincoln Terrace Park, Brooklyn, New York, Buffalo, New York, Buffalo Avenue between, of course, Eastern Parkway and East New York Avenue. Make sure y'all come on out. We're going to have a good time there. And I want to remind all you beautiful people that I will be one of the speakers at Queen of Four's event, the Ascension Ceremony, in August, right after her birthday, from August the 14th through the 16th. We got Supernova speaking, yes, sir, Ra Hotep, the comedic yoga master, speaking. Koya Webb is speaker. Catrell Wise is also going to be playing the instrument. And we just going to have a good time that day. And do remember to support Professor Griffin, what he's doing with his documentary. We're trying to make sure we support our brothers' documentary and how we do things with them. And please come on out to my applicable esoteric alignment workshop with astrologer Lorenzo Sanford from out of, he's not only an astrologer, but he is also one who integrates frequency with his musical composer. He is one of the drummers for the Fela play that has been touring around the world. We got Nina Dunham. She's an internationally known cardologist. And of course, yours truly, King Simon, will be there. We're going to be at the new vegan cafe called Mint Porch over there at Caton Avenue at the corner of Flatbush in Brooklyn, 2123. And every time you purchase a ticket, you get a free meal with that ticket. So everybody gets to eat. That's the tickets. Once you pay for the tickets, you get to eat the vegan cup. We're gonna have a vegan buffet that night. We're gonna have a great time, and I'll be playing all the other commercials towards the end. Let me bring on back right here, right now, our dear beloved Dr. Phillip Valentine is in the building back again. If you have any questions, put it in the chat right now so we can ask those questions. Let me see. Somebody has he said, okay. Somebody says, let me see. Big up to Marcus Porter. Big up to Marcus Porter. Dr. Valentine, what is the best music to listen to while meditating to clear all your thoughts out your head? I try to meditate, but my thoughts seems to take over. Please, I know Dr. Valentine, I'm going to drop it like it's hot right here.
Well, that's a good question.
Yes, sir.
You want to make sure that you're playing music or you're listening to sounds without a pulse. See, sometimes what happens, because time or time signatures are based on pulses, then your thoughts are based on pulse as well, pulse relative sequences in sound.
Yes, sir.
So what you want to listen to are sounds of sitars
Sounds of
and
sitar.
different types of movements rather than music itself.
Right.
The
Right.
interplay of sounds and music um, always being flowing forward or flowing outward. Now, here's what the deal is: your thoughts get in the way because of the attention that you're trying to rid yourself of them.
Right.
You don't
Right.
rid yourself of your thoughts. What you do is you watch them without judgment.
Mm.
The thing about it is, most people tell you that you have to resist thinking. You can't
Right.
resist thinking if you don't, first of all, understand that every thought has a brand of judgment that is affixed to them, and every time they come up, that brand shines brightly in your mind. So you
Mm.
have to think about what that thought meant to you. And since thought registers as a chemical, it then the recall of thoughts is a chemical reaction. The chemical reaction takes place because of your focus on the thought. It triggers the memory of the moment, and your emotions step in. Your
Mm.
emotional body is actually the memory body as well. So what you have to do is You have to suppress any feelings of what those thoughts are actually giving to you in the form of a memory of whether it was good or bad. That's your judgment seat. So what you have to do is just come, your observer within you has to look at the thoughts because your thoughts are not part of you. They're
Right.
they're 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 mechanical to the brain. The you, which is the observer within, the spark within, you are when you listen to your thoughts and you're saying, well, I'm thinking that thought. Well, how is it that you know what that thought is? What's in your brain that's listening to the music that you hear in your thoughts?
Mm,
What's in the music? What is it that you hear when you hear someone speaking or
mm,
saying words in your thoughts?
mhm.
That's the observer. You have to become more and more focused on being the observer, not being the observer something separate from your thoughts. You
Right.
have to become the observer, and as the thought comes up for judgment, you do not assign the observer's energy to that judgment. You just watch the thought, and sooner or later, because you may have to do this a few times,
Right.
sooner or later, the more you practice being or becoming the observer,
Mhm.
sooner or later that thought will no longer come into your periphery
Mm,
because you did not feed it.
mm,
And then what you did was essentially just become a non-connected observer as
mm.
the observer speaks, and then it dies out, and sooner or later nothing comes in, and that's the scary part,
Right.
because your mind is so accustomed to chewing on thoughts that it becomes frightened when nothing comes in.
Mm, mm, mm.
Nothing comes in. It's like, whoa, what is
Right.
that? That's the space of intelligence that lets you know that you are now very close to dialing up the area code of God.
Mm, woo. Now remember, Dr. Nalani has a Zoom call every Wednesday. Make sure you hit her up, email her. That's right there. The email is right on the page. Dr. Nalani 8 at gmail.com. Hit her up, Dr. Nalani. Big up to Dr. Shakira Morsi in the building. Say shout out Baba Phil and Mama Nalani, of course. The next question is music the most powerful weapon, whether good or bad, sir? This is asked by D Words 7637. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you see what they did with so-called rock and roll.
Mm-hmm.
You see
Mm-hmm.
who they gave it to,
Yes, sir.
and you see what they did with music. Music is a frequency. It can be used to either deal with certain what they call hertz
Right.
that affect the nervous system, because the nervous systems are like the string of a harp, the string of a zither, the string of the pianos that you tune. Every music, that every sound that you play
Mm-hmm.
affixes itself to what you have inside of your body.
Yes,
What are
sir.
those things that you have in your side of your body called? What are your lungs, your liver, your large intestines, your brain? What are they called?
Organs.
Organs. So there,
Mm-hmm.
because they're called organs,
Mm-hmm.
they emit a specific sound.
Mm.
And when all of them are played in harmony, you call that health.
Yes, sir.
So when they know what the dissonant chords that create disease,
Mm-hmm.
they put it in your music. And that's what they call the head banging music and all the crazy things that sound, the yelling.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, and all of that. I mean, they like that kind of crazy stuff. It's
Right.
it's musicianship taken to a whole other velocity, but it's
Yes.
still demonic in its relative. The end result is demonic.
Right. Mm. So someone just asked, let me see. They just asked, how can we tell what music has unwanted frequencies in the background, and can we avoid or block them? Very good
Yeah,
question. I like
well, it's very hard to block them because when they put embeds,
it. Mm-hmm.
they put certain words under your your what you call frontal lobe or conscious cognizance. There's the conscious, the unconscious, and subconscious. The subconscious is where they send the message. And the message is done in such a way that it's so sublime that the part that would censor and critique that particular word is bypassed because it's put at such a low frequency and in such a place where you can't hear it with the conscious mind, but the
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind has picked up on it. And so they used to have this thing called the affix aura.
Mm-hmm.
The affix aura, when it's attached to a particular instrument, no matter what it is that instrument played, you were made to love it.
Mm-hmm.
You would
Mm.
love it, no matter what it is that would stand out to you because
Wow.
its particular frequencies would then get to and cause you to release endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
And so frequency is very important. And you'd have to be able to separate the sound. And if
Mm-hmm.
you put it up, say, on a computer, like or most music is made today, and you separate each of
Mm-hmm.
it,
Right.
you will see like this song, Walk This Way, that
Yes.
was made by that. It was super embedded with all
Walk this
kinds of
way.
right,
Talk
talk
this
this way,
way. Got
right,
it.
and right at the talk this way,
Right.
walk this way, did it. Right at the end of that part,
Right.
at the bed said, "Hail Satan."
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. Family,
And the
do me a
same
favor.
thing, and the same thing with Obama. If you
Mm.
what was Obama's call when they were saying what was it? Yes, I can, or something like was it?
Yes,
Yes,
I
we
can.
can. Was it yes we can?
Yes,
Oh,
we can.
yeah. Well, underneath that,
Right.
it was talking about Satan.
Oh man. So,
Yeah,
so the American people, you got to understand that sometimes me and Michelle or Michael, I mean, me and Michelle, pardon me, excuse me,
yeah, yeah. That was a good one. Good
me,
one.
me or
Good
Michael,
one. Yeah,
please,
me and Michael. Yeah, he keeps slipping
please,
all the time.
please like, subscribe, and share, family. Any more questions? If we ain't got no more questions, I got one more question that we can keep it moving, and then I could let my brother go because he got to get his rest and take care of him and his wife. Got to get their rest. I know Mama Nalani stays up, boy, but big up to Mama Nalani staying up and listening to her husband, boy. Got to get you back on, Dr. Nalani. So don't
Yeah,
forget, we got to come back on at least every 3 months, girl.
yeah.
Stop playing. We
She's
got
funny.
to do it.
You'll be there.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. The Valentine's link, of course, the Valentine's link, uksnow.org. Family is very important that you go to that. If you want to find out about homeschooling, ismhomeschool.org. If you want to contact, the 800 number is 800-847-1291. And also the email is sanu777 at gmail. The PayPal is kemetert@gmail. Family and friends. Please do the family and friends. Support them through that. And of course, IG is UKS Now 777 or at IG at Nalani Valentine. Also, and don't forget, you can also email Dr. Nalani, like I was sharing with y'all earlier. Dr. Nalani 8 at gmail for the .com for the Wednesday Zoom call. So make sure the calls that she does, so you can find out more about what she does with the health field and all of it. She's got her books and everything.
Hey,
Go to the website for everything,
yeah,
man. She
and
Juice
remember her
Plus,
book. Get her
all of
book
it.
too, because
Yeah, her book.
Shaka and her sister wrote the prologue.
Somebody just asked, when you reverse the phrase, it said somebody else asked, can you explain the deep metaphysics behind the musical symbols?
The
Okay.
musical symbols, yeah, if you look at them and watch them, they it's interesting. Most people don't know it, but if you looked at the Kabbalistic language,
Mm-hmm.
put it side by side with the 22 letters of the of the
Right.
alphabet.
Right. I remember that. Right. Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
you see the metaphysics. The deep metaphysics is, as far as the symbols are concerned, um, the, when you're dealing with symbolism, the note itself. A lot of our ancestors saw the note, and notes, say we go from C to A to B and so forth, when our ancestors raised their kundalini, for example, the meditation showed them a sigil of what that energy pattern looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And as the signature of certain notes were hit, you
Mm-hmm.
take those signatures and you could see them when you had them oscillating and become like, say, on an oscilloscope. They show you certain patterns.
Right.
The particular pattern that is seen in making these notes, when you start making notes and frets and so forth, those are is, were made. The people who did write the music were all adepts. They were all initiates in the high Oriental knowledge and what they call masonry, and the deep works. Because the Catholic Church, for example, do you ever hear of something called the solfeggio frequencies?
Solfeggio frequencies. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes. I've heard
Right.
that
Well,
in some.
yeah. Well, to understand how that works and to understand how music is written based upon these elders or these people who studied sound, they studied that the solfeggio frequencies, which is what I say we bring back.
Mm-hmm.
The solfeggio frequencies for the brother who wanted to know about meditation.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can get sound movements dealing with purely the solfeggio frequencies, because the Catholic Church banned the solfeggio frequencies because they made the people who listen to them not need a priest, not need the Bible to have a spiritual experience.
Mm-hmm.
Solfeggio experience, the frequencies, gives you a kind of pseudo kundalini raising,
Mm-hmm.
and you begin to feel spiritual energies in your body without the priest trying to clap you into getting and stomping down in the whole 9 yards. So, as far as the letters and the notes, go to Kabbalah.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to deal with true meditation, try to deal with getting and collecting and putting together the harmonics and the movements of the solfeggio frequencies.
Big up to the Kabbalah God, your godson, the one, the only A Rashid, of course. We got to
Oh
shout
yes,
out brother A out. I
we
had him
got
on my show.
triple A for me, bro.
The triple A for real. Somebody last question said, what makes you the most proudest of human in society today, along with the most disappointing?
Wow, you're
That's a
getting
that's a
heavy here.
that's Say it again.
Yeah, these people that you got on your show, heavy.
Oh, it's King Simon presents only quality people. No trolls, sir. No trolls. It's about over 100 of y'all in here, man. Please do me a favor before he answers that question. Hold on, before you answer that question, Baba, please, before he close out, please like, subscribe, and share. Please, it builds the algorithm to keep me moving slowly but surely. The numbers are building, and I like that. I know I don't have a big channel like Brother Rich, but I'm big enough in general. So, family, believe me, I've been on major platforms. I was just on Brother Rich. I've been on Billy Carson. I've been on the Sonetta, everybody's show. So please like, subscribe, and share if you want me to continue to keep on bringing these quality people here. And of course, do my lessons in numerology and numerovation. I'm here to motivate you. So, Dr. Valentine, that question, what makes you the most proudest of humans in society that today, along with the most disappointing?
Wow.
That's
Well,
that's a
let
good
me
question.
just take this moment here to tell you
Yes,
that
go
you all need to listen to this brother and to please support him in
ahead.
this work.
Oh, thank you, Baba.
He and
Thank
I know this brother from
Yeah,
as
since the late
long as
'80s, brother. Since '80s, man. Since '80s, mid '80s.
longer than I've known my wife. So you have to understand that this brother has been in the work. Some people are perpetrating. This brother is definitely putting in the work, and it would behoove you to tell people to tune in every time he does come on board, because he
Thank you,
gives
Baba.
some of the most, people who are actually just starting out. Some
Yes,
people don't give them that groove, they don't give them that love. This man has started so many people on the path and helped them with their businesses.
thank you, thank you.
So this man does the work. You all put in the work with your finger. Just have to hit it, and, just say
Yeah,
yes, boom, and pass it on.
And you might get one bad apple, two bad apple, but one bad apple don't for the whole wide world. Oh, I don't get what they say.
That's the imitation Jacksons. Yeah.
Exactly, the imitation Jack. Oh my goodness! So you want to answer that question before we fade
Yeah.
out?
What makes me more proudest of humans is our resilience.
In our resilience.
In the resilience in especially my melanated autochthonous peoples.
Mm,
I am most proud of what we accomplish based or besides or in spite of.
yeah,
Okay. And that the pains that we have, we convert. We are the quintessential alchemists who we essentially transform or transmute pain
hmm,
into the most creative and the most expressive forms of love that the world imitates. You can go up there and see them dancing like us,
yeah,
singing like us, playing like us, dressing like us, talking like us, everything. We have fed humanity, and this is why I am so proud of our people. And I know that there's going to be a day that we're going to return back. All that Tartarian, they're showing this white woman trying to tell you that the president's wife was the queen of Tartaria and all that bullshit. No, they were the ones that were seeded after the war, after we lost the war.
right.
These are the creatures that were seeded. They did not have souls. They did not have the empathetic connection, which is why they could kill millions and not feel a damn thing. Now, as far as me, the second part of that,
Disappointing. What's
yeah,
disappointing?
well, I was disappointed in the beginning when all this nonsense around debating each other began
Mm,
to stratify the community that brothers like you, myself, and the ancient ones, my elders,
right,
Bobby, they began to split. They didn't understand what the conscious community was about. Conscious community was about, yes, bringing out knowledge, but it was about bringing us together, no matter what it is we called ourselves.
right,
There
right.
was a fundamental truth to everything. I
That's
don't
right.
care how you said it. If you worship a particular God, yes, fine. But do not let that separate you from the
Mm,
basic mission of us being together and to stay together. But that was the part of me that really told me that I was about to say to hell with everything else. I was going to,
I remember, Bubba.
yeah, we
We
had to
talked.
talk. Matter of fact, you were responsible for making sure I did not leave the community.
Yeah, man, I couldn't, man. I even brought you together with Queen of Fu at one major lecture. That was so
Yeah,
funny. A packed house. They loved it though.
yeah.
They loved it. They loved
But
it though.
the main thing is that the disappointment was the fact that even in the debating happens to kill the other debater.
Yep, yep. That's
And
right.
that I warned against that, and it's on tape. Me warning that it would happen, but it seems that everything kind of meshed itself out,
Right.
and we began to see more and more of the people coming out. Another disappointment is that you and I,
Yes,
we
sir.
always reach back. We
Have to
always reach back and give props, honor, and love
to the elders.
to the
That's right.
elders.
That's right.
Very few I've seen do
Yeah,
that to us, the elders.
that's
I don't
true.
care, it don't bother me, but that's the legacy that we were taught.
That's
You
right.
look back and you say, that's where it came from, that's where we are. He was my mentor, he did that. I
Yes, sir.
saw that happen in this young man, I forgot his name, the one who did the Star Wars thing,
Oh,
me and Bobby.
oh,
I
I know you're talking about
forgot his name, but he did the AI. It was magnificent.
oh, you
And
mean brother original black God.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
on Instagram. Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
All praises to that brother
Yeah,
because he took his own art and he gave honor to the one before, as I gave honor and you gave honor to those who
right.
upon whose shoulders that we stand,
Yeah,
even those that we did not agree with.
Yeah.
Everybody chipped in
That's right.
and did it because we were a family.
That's right.
And we were responsible for the minds and the hearts of the people that we spoke to.
That's right. That's
And
right.
the young people began to look at it. That was my disappointment
Right.
as a rap beef, as a
Yeah.
rap beef
Yeah.
that your consciousness was not my consciousness, so therefore we got beef. They took that rap bullshit about beef and began to bring it into the conscious community. And they
Right.
said, well, that's the way you agitate it. That's the way you get interest. No, that's the
Right.
way you stratify. That's the way you try to make sure that you don't lose. It's bullshit. There's no winners there. But that was my most disappointing era. But I'm glad we see it come back around.
And I thought, and I think they was trying to follow the lead of the late Dr. Khalid because he was battling white folks, but he always wanted us to battle white folks. It's just that when Christian guys stepped out to challenge him, Dr. Khalid, he ain't running away from a
Oh
battle.
no, no.
And that's why black now it started to get black on black and Hebrew against this and all that. And big up to Sanetta. I did approach him, talk to him. I'm trying to get him on my show to talk about his legacy and keep it, from my perspective. I've seen other people, but I got other questions for Sanetta that's gonna be different than anybody else.
Well,
Because
I appreciate Sarnetta. I
yeah, me
love Sarnetta because of what he does. He's a street warrior.
he's a street
Put it
warrior.
out there,
No
and
doubt.
he
Exactly.
approached and got people talking, and started. He's a great instigator to
Yeah,
see.
like Khalid said he was. He said he was an instigator. He said
Yeah,
he was.
and
So
as an instigator, you want to see how much you know.
exactly.
Everybody got their style, so
Yo,
that's. I mean, I began to see that, and
exactly. That's his style.
he became a part of that movement.
He's an Aries, man. That's the war. It's the war
Yeah,
energy. He gonna do what he do, but it's he born on the 6th, and I told him, I said, you love the war, but you love to heal and keep friendship too. I noticed
yeah,
that, so I
that's a
see that.
Taurian. That's the
That
Taurian energy. The six.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He got the Aries, and he got the sixth energy, which is connected to the Venus, and
Yeah,
so I'll be like, yo, he's still with his wife for 30 something years, so
come on now,
he still got
come
to
on.
respect that. Going on
Yeah,
40
big
years with
respect.
Cynthia. Big up to Cynthia, and of
Yeah.
course his second one, Nepal. Big up to them too. So I got to shout her out too. She beat me up, but Dr. Valentine, thank you for answering that question. Thank you so much for coming on and spreading love again, family. Please, please, please don't let me sound like James Brown
Oh
up
man, you getting around there? Please, please. We're gonna have to get you the cape.
I got the mic right here.
Right here.
I got the mic.
We gotta put the cape around him. Where's the somebody come off screen?
No capes, please. Yeah, I ain't James Brown. I'll be capping if I said I was James Brown. My last name is Brown, though, so I'm one
Yeah,
of the
it
hardest
is. Yeah,
workers in
it is.
consciousness. So that's
Yeah.
interesting.
But I
That's
mean,
funny.
you can tell that with the cape, that's the preacher.
Yeah.
He came right out the church.
Hey, give it to me.
Yeah.
No, but Dr. Valentine, this is
Yes,
the
sir.
Links family. Make sure you support. Make sure you support Dr. Nalani. Make sure you support the whole family. Juice Plus is the order. You got it. You could go get that 800 number. You can find out more about it, or email both of them to find out more about the Juice Plus. But definitely, Dr. Nalani could tell you about that Juice Plus. Mr. G, I'm going to give Mr. G your personal number. He wants to definitely connect with you.
Okay.
That's the one to do the document, but he also going to get that Juice Plus. He just told me that, so you can
Oh,
connect
okay,
you with his
good.
wife. So I
Good.
would definitely. No, he's into that help, man. Dr. Sabi helped him and helped his sister back in the day, saved his sister's life. So
Good.
although either you and Doc had y'all disagreement, y'all had your
Yeah.
own methodology of doing things back in the
Yeah.
day. That's what
Yeah.
I love. That's what I love about y'all, man. Y'all wasn't no yes men or yes
It
women.
definitely
Y'all
was.
wasn't no. Nah, you definitely was not.
I call us warriors for the same purpose. You know
Exactly.
what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, I can say it all love, whatever it is. And sometimes when we don't agree with one another, we find later on in the end that both of us really had in our hearts the goodness to actually be caring. Yeah,
Yeah.
the work we're doing is dangerous because they're getting ready to come after us.
They come. They keep
They're
on
coming
coming.
after us. They keep coming at us, but they're coming after us now
Yeah.
because of what we represent.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right. Somebody said Empress Cindy said, Baba Valentine, please come to New York to spread this.
we
I
will.
need you. We
I
gonna, he
will.
gonna do it. I'm gonna get him and his wife together. We ain't
Yeah.
doing all of that.
I will. I'll be coming, but again, like I said, I got to come in my own time at this point. Right
Yes, sir.
now, I'm a sentinel for very very special things that are happening around me, and
Okay.
me leaving headquarters could be a switch for any time. Truth,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
will let you know when I'm ready, and I'll be more than happy.
I'm the promoter now. Stop playing, family. We the promoter. We're gonna do 2 days because we usually do a public one and a private one, exclusive stuff. That's we
Sounds
ain't
like
doing
a
it.
plan.
You know how we do it. Love you, Dr. Valentine, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Much love, and I won't be. I'll be. Don't you even try doing anything about it.
Let's give him a well-deserved round of applause before he leaves. And Mama Damali, thank you for coming on, Baba. All right,
Thank you.
love you.
Most welcome. Love you
All
too.
right, yes,
Peace.
sir. That's our brother, Dr. Phil Valentine, man, the legend, the legend. Matter of fact, if you can't get to that website, I'm telling you, the website is up and running, family. Make sure y'all support this website. Look at this beautiful website. Look at this. 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 And then all you could go home, courses, schedule, registration, about us, the ISM school, homeschool, tuition, stores, give a gift. Make sure y'all give a gift right there. You can give a gift right there. Y'all see that right there. Testimonials, contact, sign up, upcoming events. We got that's Dr. Valentine, University of Commission Sciences, where the mission is mastery. That is his theme right there. So make sure y'all go to Dr. Valentine's website, support Dr. Valentine and everything that he do. Thank y'all so much for coming on. You know, I want to thank all of you for showing love and showing out and being in the building, man, that came through. About almost a good 200 of y'all came through in and out. And on Instagram, big up to my Instagram family, big up to them. They came in and out. Thank y'all so much for being a part of my journey here. Once you're validated by the elders, you could care less about these new people. I don't care nothing about y'all new people. Once the elders validate me, and I've had Ashra Kwesi, Professor Smalls, all of them validate me. So I know I've been doing my work. And like I said on Brother Rich, I may have two bad apples that I may have promoted in my past, but the rest of them, Lordy, Miss Claudia. Lordy, Miss Claudia, stop playing. But do remember, tomorrow, y'all want to hear the great Grandmaster Dan McEady, who is going to teach on mastering self through spiritual and physical aspects of the martial arts and the healing arts or the healing sciences. June the 30th at 8 p.m. I might have to move it to 8:30 because I have a meeting from 7:30 to 8:30 because of the International African Arts Festival, which I'm the MC, one of the MCs for. So I might have to move it to 8:30, but don't worry, we're going to definitely come up with Grandmaster Dan McEady. He's going to be closing out. He's a musician himself. He plays the guitar and other instruments. Him and his son and his children, they play, they sing, they do that. I was talking to his son Solomon the other day. Big up to him. He sent me some music. I'm thinking about recording and doing an album again. So I'm thinking about it. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking about it. Big up to Ali, Dr. Ali. You remember Dr. Ali Muhammad? Well, he calls himself Dr. Ali or Amaru Nama Taga Shi Ali. Original and indigenous. What should it really mean to melanated people? That's starting off my July 1st month. That July month is going to be hot. Then after him, we got Nina Dunham, the mothership of Aquarius Maximus, who was just at Nicholas Brooklyn today. They did a wonderful job. I was watching it on YouTube. I couldn't make it out there. I had a lot of meetings here. But we're going to talk about why we choose certain individuals according to cardology. We're going to get it in with her tomorrow. She wrote a book about it too. Don't forget Supernova Slum. My brother is coming. My Aquarius brother is coming on July the 15th. The Wellness Warrior Guide to Self-Mastery in 12 Weeks and Beyond. And that's the new remix of The Man Healed Thyself. So we're going to have that. And then his mama. His mothership is coming in. The sacredness of women and man right here with Queen of Fools going to be with me on July the 19th. And don't forget on July the 22nd, my brother, my Aquarian brother, born the same day as Lloyd Strayhorn, Noble and Pooh making his first appearance on my platform. We're going to, an astrologer, teacher, entrepreneur, and so much more. He's going to be speaking about the healing and guiding aspects of languages. We're going to talk about it right here. You know, he studies Hebrew, he studies Arabic, he studies all of that, but we're going to talk about it from his perspective, how we're going to drop it. All right. Big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, of course. Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, some of my sponsors, of course, Green Studio NYC. Make sure you take my course on Udemy and put the word numerovation in it. And don't forget Nicholas Brooklyn and Nicholas Cultural. Big up to EP's Ways. Make sure you support them. Also, big up to, of course, the International African Arts Festival. If you want to vend at any of my upcoming events and you are vendors, please text me the word vend to 347-496-1022. If you're into martial arts and you want to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida with one of my professor nephews, big up to him. It's happening August the 15th. Make sure you text him or give him a call and all that good stuff. Also, don't forget Queen of Four. We're going to be with the Queen over there at the Ifatayo Cultural Arts Academy over there at the Major R. Owens Community Center. Myself, Supernova Sam, Rahotep, the Comedic Master, Koya Webb, Catrell Wise, and of course, the great Queen of Four in the month of August. We will be there with them. Don't forget the Coquito Queen. She was here in the building with us, Empress Cindy. Don't forget, get that vegan plant-based coquito, either virgin, mild, or strong. You know how to get that Puerto Rican rum in there. You know what I'm saying, my family? Suavemente, oh suave. I'm Cuban, so Cuban Jamaican, so you know, and American, so you know what it is. Also, big up to Tiffany Henzel, her new book called Stimulation. Very good book. You got to go get it. Also, get all of my books on Amazon right now. Go to my Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, my audio book is only for members in YouTube. My members in YouTube, you get to hear my audio book produced by my son, Prince Imagine. Big up to him. He did a great show with the Force MDs. He did a great show with Wasi the drummer and some of the band from Stevie Wonder's band and all that. My son did a great job as one of the harmony singers in there, man. Did a great job. Also, big up to Susie Script. If you want to write your book, family, listen to me carefully. Everybody got a book inside of them. Even if it's one children's book or one mathematics book or one art book or one pictorial book, contact my sister Susie Script right now for her services. And she's very reasonable. She works. You can pay her in increments until it's all paid up. She can help you out with proofreading, copy editing, line editing, developmental editing, ghostwriting. I'm telling you, family, go ahead and get your book written. A lot of y'all got books in y'all. A lot of y'all been journaling for years and y'all ain't do nothing with it. Let that sister help you out right now, all right? Also, if you want to book a consultation with me, text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And don't forget to include your email because numbers don't lie. Numbers align. Numbers help you to act, and numbers help you to elevate. I'm telling you that right now. Big up to the big workshop that I'm doing. If y'all can make it out, come on over to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. I got the workshop for y'all, the applicable live. No, I will not be doing a live stream for this. Applicable esoteric alignment workshop with astrologer extraordinaire, the one, the only Lorenzo, international astrologer, author, integrated frequency teacher, and musical composer. Then I have Nina Dunham, internationally known cardiologist and author, and also your brother, King Simon Kwaku, internationally known founder of Numerovation, author, promoter, producer, and the winner of the Forbidden Knowledge Award. Of course, the second annual Forbidden Knowledge Award. I was one of the winners, the recipient of that. You know, I did what I had to do, made it happen. We won. And of course, big up to my girl, Yendez, Priestess Yendez. She got a new book called The Menopause Goddess, Living Like a Menopause Goddess, The Crystalline Stage. Make sure you get her book at shopancientblends.com. That's shopancientblends.com. Make sure you support Professor Griff. Go to his website, Professor or Public nme.me, or call him at that number or hit him up at warriorsinthegarden.org. Make sure y'all support our dear brother, Professor Griff. And don't forget Mint Porch. Big up to Mint Porch Cafe. That's the new cafe that I'm going to be working out. I'm going to be working out between Mint Porch, Nicholas Brooklyn, and the Brooklyn Public Library. So look out for that, family. I got things coming for you while I'm back in New York. I'm back. I'm black. I'm beautiful. I'm melanated. I'm Amor. I'm all of it because it all came out of us, family. Like Dr. Khalid used to say, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. Like Dr. B says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. Like the late, great Dr. Blair used to say, please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open up my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. And like the late, great Maya Angelou used to say, and still we rise. Family, keep on rising to the top. We can't stop. We ain't going nowhere. Remember what Bobby Hemmett used to say? We already won. That's what Bobby used to say in the classes. We already won. So we don't have to worry about that. We just ain't catch up to it. We already won in the spirit realm. So we all right. Don't worry about all the distractions, what they putting out there, what documentaries. They're putting out one about Rashad Jamal and Nature Boy and Polite and Dr. York and everybody else. They got some more coming out. Don't worry about those distractions. Worry about your attraction and make sure that your highest attraction will make you a better person in what you do. All right, family, I love you because I love me. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, family. Dr. Valentine, spreading love. Thank you, Dr. Valentine. Thank you, Dr. Valentine. The metaphysics of music and mental health. Make sure you support his website. That's uksnow.org. That's uksnow.org. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you may be watching this all over the planet. 196,940,000 square miles of it. Take care. Bye now. Peace. I'm out of here.